Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, the Cowboys head coach told me before the game, he is so thrilled with how they've been running the ball lately. The rushing offense in the top 10, but they are facing one of the toughest teams to run against in the country, a top 10 rushing defense. This is strength on strength. Should be a great battle today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Red Raiders ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense who will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Right back to the well. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Over the middle, complete to Coleman. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Cowboys are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Swings it out to his running back. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? They're going to run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
The Red Raiders offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David, and we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They're going to try to line up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, and you've got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people, and they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to pave holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier.
Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Hudson. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. He'll loft one deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And the Red Raiders trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's third and goal. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a drive there of 85 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. RPO complete to open the drive. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Coleman. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
again to the right. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. On the left side, here's Coleman. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Makes the grab. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Hit as he throws. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a third and long. Before this third down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. He's got his man across the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking downfield very late in the half. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not good. Third down is coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside is 5. And the returner is stopped. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And the Cowboys will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Coming out of the locker room at the half, the Red Raiders head coach told me they have to start the third quarter with a sense of urgency. On the road, backs against the wall with a hostile crowd. He said, we got to have more intensity. They did a good job in the first half, but this game is close, and they understand all of the playoff implications. They've got to be the best version of themselves here to start this third.
Okay, Holly. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off to Joyner. And he does a really nice job. Finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Takes a handoff. It's Joyner.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Finding some room. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sticky. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them.
Caught! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time in this type.
Makes a great for a big play. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball, and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field? Play one of the second half to start it, and he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Makes the catch. It's Carter. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep the...
Just plowing ahead. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The Red Raiders peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Running inside. It's Dickey. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He'll run it again. And they're able to get him on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. Going for 6. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And he makes the extra point. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They want to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Barnes.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. From the red zone, looking for a man. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. And a heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Slings it downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Cowboys ball back on top. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Now a timeout called by the Cowboys, and they will have no more. That's their third. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Red Raiders are rolling down the field. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's Quentin one more time. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Going with the counter play here. Maybe some room here. He'll be dragged down, but not before. He's put the finishing touches on a win for his team. The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Right back to the well.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. Run in the red zone. It's Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Got enough space, and he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all